Welcome, everyone. Take a deep breath and allow yourself a moment to truly arrive here in this space with an open mind and a gentle heart. Have you ever noticed how the mind keeps churning? Not always because it's solving a complex problem, but sometimes because it seems afraid to simply stop. It's a common human experience, one that many of us, from busy professionals to dedicated students, and even those navigating anxiety, know intimately. What if this relentless overthinking isn't a sign of superior intelligence, as we often mistakenly believe? Instead, what if it's a deeply ingrained survival reflex, tirelessly working to protect you from perceived threats? This perspective can be incredibly liberating, shifting our understanding from self criticism to compassionate curiosity. Consider this. What if your mind keeps repeating scenarios, not to find definitive answers, but to create a sense of safety and predictability in an uncertain world? It's a natural, albeit often exhausting mechanism. This isn't about judging your thoughts, it's about understanding their underlying purpose. We often equate constant mental activity with intelligence or productivity. But what if the very thoughts that leave you feeling drained and overwhelmed aren't stemming from a place of brilliant insight, but rather from a place of fear? This is a crucial distinction for our self help and mindfulness journey. What if the mind's persistent repetition isn't a quest for solutions, but a deeply held belief that this mental rehearsal will somehow prevent future pain or discomfort? It's a protective strategy born from a primal need for security. This insight can be a powerful step towards self compassion. And what if, at the core of it all, nothing actually needs to be solved in the way we typically imagine? What if the true path forward lies not in more analysis, but in a deeper, more empathetic understanding of this internal process? This reflective approach is central to our exploration today. Today, we're going to explore overthinking in a very simple yet profound way. This session is designed to be educational and reflective, offering insights and tools for self awareness. Please remember this content is for informational purposes and does not replace professional or medical care. Here's the main point right up front. Overthinking is not a sign of intelligence. It's often a survival loop. It's your brain's ancient alarm system trying to keep you safe, even when there's no immediate danger. Listen until the end to understand the science behind it and discover practical ways to gently disengage from this loop. Let's make this real and relatable because you are not alone in this experience. Overthinking often sounds like a familiar internal monologue. What if I said the wrong thing in that meeting? Or what if something goes terribly wrong with this project? Perhaps it's why did they look at me that way? Or what if I fail to meet expectations? For many, it manifests as anxieties about health. What if my health gets worse? Or concerns about relationships. What if my family doesn't truly respect my choices? These thoughts can feel incredibly urgent and demanding, pulling us into their vortex. And here's the strange, often frustrating part. Overthinking feels like problem solving. It feels productive, like we're diligently working through an issue. Yet, it rarely produces genuine solutions. Instead, it produces more thinking, more questions, more scenarios. This is precisely why so many of us feel utterly exhausted, even when we haven't engaged in any physical activity. It's a mental marathon that drains our energy. Here is the simplest, most fundamental way to understand this pervasive pattern. Your brain, at its most basic level, has one primary, non negotiable job: to keep you alive. It's not designed to make you perpetually happy. nor is its main function to ensure constant peace. Its core directive is survival. So, when your brain senses uncertainty, ambiguity, or any potential threat, even a subtle one, it immediately activates a survival strategy. This is an automatic, ancient response deeply wired into our biology. It's not a flaw, it's a feature of our protective system. And one of the most common, deeply ingrained survival strategies is rehearsal. This mental rehearsal manifests as, let me think this through 100 times, from every conceivable angle, just to make absolutely sure I don't get hurt or make a mistake. It's a preemptive strike against potential pain. The mind repeats these thoughts and scenarios because, at a very deep, unconscious level, it genuinely believes that this repetition will prevent pain. It's a desperate attempt to control the uncontrollable. Overthinking, in essence, is your brain saying, if I can predict every single outcome, every possible pitfall, then I can control everything that happens. But life, by its very nature, is not fully predictable, and so the loop continues endlessly. Now, let's connect this to some simple, accessible brain science, helping us understand the biological underpinnings of this experience. When your brain perceives a threat, and this can be an emotional threat, not just a physical one, its ancient alarm system immediately activates. This is a primal response shared across species. The amygdala, often called the brain's fear center, detects potential danger, even if it's just a looming deadline or a difficult conversation. Simultaneously, your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning and decision making, kicks into overdrive, desperately trying to plan, predict, and strategize its way out of the perceived threat. Stress chemicals like cortisol flood your system, preparing your body for fight or flight. In this heightened state, the brain becomes intensely focused on scanning for problems, predicting worst-case scenarios, replaying past events for clues, and constantly preparing for what might come next. It's a state of hypervigilance. That's why overthinking isn't just a mental habit. It's a profound nervous system state that can manifest physically. You might experience a tight chest, stomach tension, restless sleep, persistent fatigue, or increased irritability. These are all signals from a nervous system stuck in overdrive trying to protect you. So, your brain essentially says, if we're thinking this much about it, if we're expending this much mental energy, it must be serious. The threat must be real. And then, in its misguided attempt to protect you, it produces even more thinking. This is the insidious survival loop, a self-perpetuating cycle that keeps us trapped. Overthinking, therefore, is not a sign of wisdom or superior intellect. It is simply the mind stuck in a relentless protection mode, convinced that its constant vigilance is the only way to ensure your safety. Recognizing this is the first step towards gently disarming the alarm. Now, I want to introduce a quiet yet incredibly powerful shift in perspective. Overthinking is undeniably a pattern, a habit, a loop within the mind. It's a specific activity that your mental faculties engage in. But here's the profound insight. You are the one who is aware of this overthinking. You are the observer of these repetitive thoughts. Take a moment to truly let that sink in. And anything you can observe, anything you can witness, cannot fundamentally be who you are. You are the space in which these thoughts arise and pass. Awareness itself doesn't repeat thoughts. It doesn't get caught in endless rehearsal. Awareness simply sees, it notices, it holds space for whatever arises without judgment or entanglement. Think of overthinking like a rapidly spinning fan. You don't need to bravely reach in and try to stop the blades with your hands, which would be dangerous and ineffective. Instead, you only need to step back, create a little distance, and simply notice that it's spinning. That act of noticing, that gentle observation itself creates a crucial space between you and the mental activity. And that space, that subtle shift in perspective, is precisely what begins to break the overthinking loop. Now let's make this very practical and actionable. I'm going to give you three simple yet powerful steps you can use in real time to gently interrupt the overthinking cycle. These are tools for self-coaching and mindfulness. When you notice yourself caught in the loop, gently, without judgment, say to yourself, "Ah, this is overthinking." It's not about self-criticism like "I'm stupid for doing this" or "I'm broken because I can't stop." It's simply a neutral observation. This is overthinking. That small act of naming and acknowledging reduces the power of the loop by creating a tiny bit of distance. It's an act of mindful recognition. Next, gently move your attention away from the swirling thoughts and into your body. Ask yourself with genuine curiosity, where do I feel this overthinking in my body right now? Perhaps you notice a tightness in your throat, a clenching in your chest, a knot in your stomach, or tension in your forehead. Stay with that physical sensation for about 10 to 15 seconds. Just feel it without needing to change it or judge it. This simple shift moves you out of the endless mental narrative and grounds you in the present moment, in the reality of your physical experience. It's a powerful anchor. Finally, ask yourself quietly and internally one profound question. What is aware of this thought? Don't try to answer it intellectually. Just pose the question and notice what happens. Allow for a pause, perhaps 5 seconds. This question subtly shifts your identity from the thinker to the awareness behind the thoughts. It reminds your nervous system that there's a deeper, more stable part of you that is not caught in the drama. These three steps, when practiced consistently, do something incredibly powerful. They send a clear, calming message to your nervous system. There is no immediate danger here. We can gently stop rehearsing and preparing for a threat that isn't present. And slowly, gently, your brain begins to learn a new truth. Safety is not created by endless thought or prediction. True safety, true peace, is created by presence, by simply being here, now. Let's close with the essence of our journey today, a message of calm and empowerment. Overthinking, as we've explored, is not a measure of your intelligence or your worth. It is, at its core, your brain's ancient, well-intentioned, but often misguided search for safety in an unpredictable world. The mind repeats because it genuinely believes that this repetition, this constant vigilance, will somehow prevent pain or ensure control. But remember, awareness doesn't repeat. Awareness simply sees, it observes, it holds space. So, you don't necessarily need better thoughts or to force your thoughts to stop. What you truly need, what you can cultivate, is space from thought. That gentle distance, that quiet observation, is where true freedom and inner peace reside. This is a journey towards a more mindful, more present, and ultimately a more peaceful you. Take action for your well-being. If this resonated with you, don't let these insights simply pass by. Take a moment right now to practice one of the three steps we discussed. Name the pattern, shift to sensation, or ask the awareness question. Then, share this video with someone you care about who might also be caught in the overthinking loop. Subscribe to our channel for more tools and reflections on cultivating inner peace and resilience. Your journey to a calmer mind begins with a single conscious step. If you like today's content, please don't forget to click the like button, Share it with your friends who might get benefited from it, and subscribe for all such uplifting and life-changing content. And never forget, you are beautiful just the way you are.